Mentors are supposed to be wise, Gandalf-like figures who teach you your skills and set you on the path to defeat your enemies and achieve your goals. Well, that's what they're supposed to be. What they often are in video games is rubbish, unhelpful, and in some cases actively working against you while you try and get stuff done. Case in point, these video game mentors that we would really rather went and mentored elsewhere. Please enjoy and beware spoilers for the following games.
Vader thinks he's turned you, but I can sense your future. And Vader won't always be your master. I sense only me.
In Star Wars The Force Unleashed, your character Starkiller starts out with a great mentor, who is Darth Vader.
At last, the dark side is your ally. Rise, my apprentice.
Nice guy, but that whole relationship goes sour when it turns out Darth murdered Starkiller's dad, so this apprentice is suddenly in the market for a new wise old Jedi to instruct him in the ways of the Force. But you don't take that sort of decision lightly. You can't just grab the first old-looking dude you find in a bar.
General Coda.
I paid for this table, so whoever you are, get lost.
Or, okay, fine. Starkiller's relationship with this new mentor, Jedi Master Ram Kota, is a little strained on account of how Kota has spent the last while as a hopeless drunk after he got blinded in a fight with Starkiller? Wow. Okay, I mean, they seem cool now though.
I was beginning to worry that you died in your sleep.
I'm starting to wish that I had.
Kota's got a decent line in waffly light side wisdom, and he teaches you that the Force can be used for super cool things like pulling Star Destroyers out of the sky. But none of that matters because of his spectacularly bad advice at the very end of the game.
You were destined to destroy me. Do it.
After an epic showdown, Starkiller defeats both Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine and has them both at his mercy, when Ram pipes up to say that Starkiller shouldn't kill the two most evil men in the universe because blah blah blah, light side, striking them down in anger would be bad, etc. This is the man who not 5 minutes ago did this.
No!
Anyway, Ram Kota persuades Starkiller not to kill the Emperor, and so everyone gets Force lightninged.
Go! Hurry!
Oh, and Starkiller dies. Cheers, mate. Yeah, let's see you spin a wise homily out of that, Ram Kota.
He's at last one with the Force.
Ugh, light side are the worst.
And so the pupil excels the master.
In Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation, we went on Lara's first ever adventure with her mentor, Werner Von Croy. A grumpy man with a German accent straight out of LOLO, Werner guides Lara through her first obstacles, teaching her the basics of tomb raiding. It involves a lot of jumping about, and rule number 1 is that anything not nailed down can be taken, even if it's still attached to a dead body that is nailed down. That arm, just gone. Savage. You gonna take that bag back to his family? No, of course not, Lara. Lara quickly proves to her mentor that she's far more adept than him at raiding by beating him to the iris, deciphering an ancient stone tablet, and correctly guessing that taking it would probably not end well.
What was it you said? Disrespect is the route to carelessness?
I am weary of this. Pull the lever now, Miss Croft.
On your head be it.
Well, Lara, you should have said on your leg be it, as of course the temple collapses around them and Werner gets his ankle trapped in a weird version of that thing from the Crystal Maze. And somehow that hat just doesn't fall off. Malara. As if that wasn't enough shoddy mentoring from Von Croy, he then shows up years later, goes after Lara for the Amulet of Horus, gets possessed, and fails to rescue Lara at the end of the game.
Take my hat. I can pull you to safety.
Good to see you again, Werner.
I couldn't leave you.
then, in Tomb Raider the Angel of Darkness, he gets himself murdered and Lara has to go on the run because everyone thinks it was her. Mate, seriously. Then again, you do look like that dude from Raiders of the Lost Ark if someone bleached his suit. Never a good sign.
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Oh look, it's Star Wars with another terrible mentor. I guess they can't all be Yoda, and even he sometimes, you know. If the Karate Kid taught me one thing, it's that a man who can catch a fly with chopsticks can accomplish anything. If it taught me two things, though, it's that the best mentors are elderly folk, as wizened as they are grumpy. Kreia, your party member and hooded mentor in Knights of the Old Republic 2, checks all of these boxes.
To stop them, you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher.
This mysterious teacher is wise, terse, and old as the hills, or I assume she is. It would be rude to ask, and I don't want to piss her off, do you?
He cannot kill what he cannot see, and power has blinded him long ago. Run! I shall be along shortly.
In your classic Star Wars twist, though, a suspicious geriatric in a robe turns out to be less of a kindly grandparent figure and more of a manipulative power player. She was using me all along! I take back everything I said about wanting her to be my grandma. I mean, most of it. Some of it. She could still be my grandma.
But in you, I see the potential to see the Force die, to turn away from its will, and that is what pleases me.
Shame on you, Kreia. Or should I say Darth Treyas? I should have guessed from the name, really, shouldn't I?
And of course you must be willing to die, to kill us all, and your friends.
I feel more betrayed than the time I found out R2-D2 was a man in a costume and not an actual robot.
What?
Betrayal.
I apologize if I've been unclear or otherwise confused you with my words. It was never my intention to mislead, so let me try to clarify. Get the hell off my land.
If you know us, you'll know that Connor is our favourite ever assassin. Sorry, couldn't keep a straight face. Whew. To cut him some slack, though, he wasn't warmly embraced into the Assassin's Brotherhood like his predecessor, Ezio.
What?
I was told you could train me.
No.
Poor Connor seeks out the house with the assassin's mark, only to find it home to a very ornery old gent with a cane and a hat. What is it with mentors and hats? Former assassin Achilles has no desire to train Connor, and just gets more irate at his attempts to convince him.
You think I'm afraid of anything? Least of all a self-important little scab like you?
They say teaching is a calling, and I don't think Achilles heard the call. Eventually, after Connor proves his persistence by murdering a bunch of Templar soldiers in Achilles' stables, Achilles returns the favour by murdering a couple of Templar soldiers for Connor. Only then does Achilles reluctantly start Connor's training.
Clean this up. Then I suppose we should talk.
Is there no one else in America who can teach me how to stab Templars? Like, no one at all? Achilles does, at last, share the secrets of the assassins and help Connor become a finely tuned killing machine. But before the credits roll at the end of the game, he goes and makes the least helpful mentoring move of all, and dies.
Achilles.
Not Achilles! My one weakness!
Two assassins. Equal in height. One female, one male. 2 decades old, and those devilish smiles. You must be the Fry twins.
And you are?
Henry Green, at your service.
When the Fry twins first arrive in London, they are greeted by fellow assassin Henry Green. Henry's there to show you how far the Templars have sunk their claws into London and introduces you to some allies. Also Charles Dickens. He's basically the assassin equivalent of a Lonely Planet guide to London. And sure, he's a handsome chap who cares for the city, and his assassin robes are on point. But we have some issues with him as an assassin mentor. First off, he has no idea what the council is doing.
Thank goodness the council saw reason and sent you to aid us. Yes.
Everyone's trying to kill him.
Keep quiet. Kaylock's looking for me.
Who's Kaylock?
One of Starrick's gang leaders.
He depends on the new-to-town Fry twins to make a run for it.
You might be able to use this.
Oh God, I hope so.
My carriage is nearby. Make use of it to throw them off my trail.
He's a bit stupid.
My ally in the force, Sergeant Aberline. I've heard he's a master of disguise.
Spoiler, he's not.
I may know a thing or two about that splendid fellow you're talking about.
Also, he doesn't like to get his hands dirty.
Are you coming?
Fieldwork is not really my speciality.
Still, we could let all of that slide, but let's not forget the one mission where Henry does offer to help by luring guards away, then immediately goes and gets himself kidnapped.
You're some of Clara's children.
They took Mr. Henry. We couldn't stop them.
Evie then has to go through all the hassle of rescuing him, and as they make their escape is definitely a little snippy with him.
Evie, I'm sorry.
Just concentrate on escaping, please.
Yes, Henry, concentrate. God, these assassin mentors are awful, although we maybe should have realised that after the very first one tried to kill us.
Greetings. Welcome to the tutorial. Yeah, I know, you want to get on with things, beat up the bad guys, do the whole superhero thing, blah, blah, blah. Well, everyone's got to start somewhere. Trust me, when you're hip-deep in trouble later on, you'll be glad you went through this.
A tutorial is supposed to be the place where you learn the basic skills you need to play a game. They're meant to be safe places where you can practice and fail without judgment. Unless you're playing one of Activision's Spider-Man games, that is.
Well, sequel time already, huh? Welcome back, I guess. I'm sure you miss me more than I miss you.
These tutorials are all voiced by Sam Raimi stalwart Bruce Campbell, and subsequently they are the most sarcastic tutorials this side of Far Cry Blood Dragon. Although Bruce does teach you how to jump, climb, swing and walk in a straight line, he does it with the air of a man rolling his eyes so hard he's in danger of them launching themselves out of his face and escaping down the street.
Press the attack button to attack. I'm sorry, am I going too fast for you?
And woe betide you if you actually fail something.
Well, you just got pounded by the weakest enemy in the entire game. That's not something you're going to want to brag about, all right?
Still, it was all tough love and it gave us the skills we need to be the Spider-Man we are today.
Please, someone! I'm going to die.
Wait a minute, we haven't learned anything. I would curse you, Bruce Campbell, if I didn't know how well you handle curses from all those Evil Dead films.
I said, good luck. Good luck means goodbye. See, there's nothing more to see here. We're done, that's a wrap. You got it? We're over. I want you to understand, accept, move on with your life. Crying out loud, these people.
Wesker. So you've come. Chris, you make me proud. But of course you are one of my men.
Thanks. Albert Wesker is a senior STARS member and leader of the STARS Alpha team. As such, he's a role model and mentor to the younger members of the team, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, and the other ones who are all dead before the game even starts. That's not a great start for Commanding Officer Wesker on this mission, but he still has a chance to get in some good solid leadership and dish out good advice, like this gem about not opening the door.
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
Or his tactful assessment on the status of Barry.
Barry. Where's Barry? He's...
No.
What else you got, Wesker?
Wesker? Jill? Where did they go?
Oh, he's gone. Well, this is possibly a lesson about the importance of self-reliance, huh? Makes you think?
Wesker?
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly.
Okay, you're right, he is a terrible mentor. Wesker continues to be a rubbish mentor to his team throughout the game as it transpires that he actually works for Umbrella, has kidnapped Barry's family, and is releasing monsters to get combat data for his employers.
Rebecca! Don't move.
And he shot Rebecca. You're the worst Alpha Team leader ever, Wesker.
Rebecca's Bravo team.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Wesker, you've become senile.
So there are some mentors from video games that really could have done with some mentors of their own, because they were a bit rubbish. Are there any that we've missed? Let us know in the comments down below. And also, while you're here, maybe I'm going to guide you to one of these videos, which you should go and check out. Some of our mentors here outside Xbox, go check out their stuff. Yeah, you see what I did there. And then there's us like small training of Padawan. Ooh.
I hope you're managing your expectations for what you're going to get out of this job. Jedi powers is not on the,
what?
on the agenda. Sorry.
I thought I was getting a lightsaber. I thought that was after a year.
Sorry, no.